Hey, what is going on to the AMC stock family? In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about this new fundamental catalyst that we have. And what's a little bit different about this catalyst specifically is that it actually holds some core value and some core meaning behind it, meaning that I know that we have gotten some NFT news, we've gotten some blockchain news, but really, when you see news like this where someone reports a 24% increase in the ownership of the equity that we hold, which obviously is AMC in this case, that really makes you think, how come the market is not following with this? Because AMC, as we speak right now, is around $36 per share and is inching higher to that $37 a share zone. Now, momentarily, I also will be discussing how I decided to initiate more of a position towards AMC. Yes, you heard that right. It's been quite a while since I've talked about the word initiating a position towards AMC or initiating more of a position, getting more equity. But honestly, I saw the opportunity and I just think it is too good to pass up, or at least this is just my opinion. I just continue to hold, and when I see that the opportunity is right, I decide to add more to my position. There are a lot of different strategies. Some people decide to swing trade, some people decide to day trade, but regardless, let's just continue on with the core fundamental news. So this states that the California Teachers Retirement System reports a 24% increase in AMC shares. Now, exactly who are these people? We'll be discussing that soon, but also take a look at this, everyone. 13F filings are one of the most effective filings on the market. And so, again, I want to emphasize this throughout this video because I don't think that the market understands this fully just yet. I haven't seen too many news sources covering this. I believe right now only Barron's has this covered. So far, CNBC has yet to talk about it, nor has a lot of the other equity news sources. So that's why I don't think that this has really moved the market just yet. But as we can see from this Fintel 13F filing, we have a reported shares dating all the way from November 15th of 2021, just a few weeks ago. We have reported shares of almost 700,000 shares. This was not the case before, right? And we're going to be talking about how many shares end up getting changed, which in this case was 133,512 shares. I also want to learn a little bit more, so this is what I got. This says that the California Public Employees Retirement System, and then this would be the acronym right over here, is an agency in the California executive branch that quote unquote manages pension and health benefits for more than 1.6 million California public employees, retirees, and their families. In the fiscal year 2019 to 2020, this agency paid over 25.8 billion in retirement benefits and over 9.2 billion in health benefits. So far, this seems like a very serious agency, and the fact that they're even considering adding AMC when the entire market is saying sell AMC, because I'm sure the AMC long-term holders, we know that people want AMC to be sold. They do not want AMC to be bought for the long term. And so when you see an agency like this deciding to buy the equity, it makes you wonder, how come more news sources are not covering this? Remember, I just stated that the only one I know of so far has been Barron's. Then this also states that the agency managed the largest public pension fund in the United States. And last but not least, this agency is also known for its shareholder activism. Stocks placed on its focus list, quote unquote, may perform better than other stocks, which is why they even have an effect going for their agency. And outside of the United States, this agency has been called a quote unquote recognized global leader in the investment industry and quote unquote one of America's most powerful shareholder bodies. What does this tell us, everyone? Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are going to be continuing to hold AMC. Are you guys going to buy more of AMC, or are you guys going to be selling at these prices? And then, given this news, given this catalyst, what is your sentiment? Has it changed or has it stayed consistent and the same? Right now, this gives me more conviction to just hold. I initiated more of a position towards AMC, which I'll be talking about momentarily. And very quickly, if you guys haven't shared this video with your fellow AMC investors or with your fellow AMC shareholders, make sure you guys do so, because not a lot of people know about this fundamental catalyst. This actually has an effect on how much money is flowing into this equity, whereas the blockchain and the NFTs, those don't really have that much of a direct effect. Now over here, we are going to be talking a little bit about the technicalities, and in the previous video, we did state that we are extremely happy that AMC fell to the $36 share level, and as we are speaking right now, it is at $36.82 a share. I decided to initiate more to my position for AMC at $36.25 per share. I believe that $36 is acting as a demand zone right now, and also with the seasonality of the markets, I do believe that we will have some sort of a rally coming soon, just because usually that ends up happening near the end of the year. But not only the end of the year, because we need to pay close attention to the month of January. I'm not saying that's going to be the case for early 2022, but rather I'm saying probably that end of November and also middle of December, because what's going to end up happening, in my opinion, towards at the end of December is a lot of people, they're going to start selling their equities for tax purposes. So again, that's why I think that there will probably be more selling happening in the beginning of January, because historically that is what the data has shown. Now, regardless of that though, we do not have to worry about January because we have yet to begin that month yet. But what's even more interesting about AMC is that it's actually quite difficult to draw a lot of these technicalities. And the reason why is because we don't have a lot of indicators going for it, like stocks or equities like NEO, stocks or equities like even just Enphase, and not even Enphase, just the S&P 500 in general. Enphase was one of my favorite equities for 2021, and as we can see right over here, it is following some sort of a channel, and this isn't going to be the most perfect channel, but I'm just going to demonstrate this very quickly right over here, just to get sort of an idea about that. That is actually not the best at all, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. There are channels that we can actually draw, and so the initial cost basis for Enphase that I decided to initiate back then was around 130, 129, or even just the low 120s. But regardless, even if we go to NEO, so over here, we do see, even though we have a cup and handle, right, that's one formation. So we have a cup, then we decide to go down a little bit, then we have that handle going up for it again. That is called the cup and handle formation. It has actually fruitioned already because Enphase had a major breakout, and we have that in the beginning for AMC as well. And on this channel in the beginning, when we were buying it at around $3.50 a share, which is right over here, we were stating that what was going for us was going to be this exact cup and handle formation right over here, just because we had the same sort of chart layout. And then we decide to have that little draw back down, and then we decide to go back up. And this wasn't even the most insane move yet. You can actually say that this formation played out from the end of January all the way to the middle of May or the end of May. Before I end this video, I'm just going to end up drawing some wedges. As I stated earlier, though, it is difficult to draw out some of the technicalities for AMC just because there isn't really a lot going on. We have a lot of sideways movement, a lot of stagnation, and I think this is just because a lot of retail traders, not even a lot of retail traders though, you guys just heard that one of the largest pensions in the United States is purchasing AMC shares. And so what does that tell you? That tells you that a lot of people are buying AMC, yet just not a lot of people know about it. So again, if you guys haven't shared this video already, make sure you guys do so because more people will start knowing that, wait a minute, why is everyone starting to create a lot of FUD for AMC when people are buying as we speak right now in large amounts? Now again, we're going to just draw some wedges really quick before I end the video, just to give at least some sort of a technicality for where AMC might go in the future. So over here, I am seeing that we have so many resistance levels. I wouldn't end up drawing this wedge to right over here, just because that is completely invalidated at this point. We end up breaking this resistance level if we decide to draw it here quite a lot. So I'm going to extend this right over here, just right over here actually. That would be a little bit more accurate because we go here not once, not twice, 3 times, 4 times, but actually 5 times. And as for the support level, where are we heading in terms of that level? We're actually going to draw this the conventional way, and this is where I end up adding more to my AMC position. So this was going to be at the $36 support level, and again, this is going to be just the basic level, and that should do it right over here. And if we wanted to draw the unconventional support level, we could actually say that we decide to have a lot of support going right over here. So it actually ends up going and paralleling right over here perfectly. And so we go here not once, not twice, 3 times, almost 4, and then 5, 6. I want to see what ends up happening though if we draw it right over here, because I think that maybe it's just a little bit more accurate if I'm not mistaken. If I draw this in, let's say, yellow, we may have decided to break this level actually. I think this level may be a little bit more accurate, this new support level, just because this was on the near term time frame, meaning this was on August 20th of 2021. But we could also draw another one going to this level right over here. But again, we don't have that many tick marks, so that's why I think this level over here is just a little bit more accurate. But they end up going to around the same level at the end, so it doesn't really matter. Now, ultimately, everyone, let me know again in the comment section below your sentiments, right? Are you guys going to be buying? Are you guys going to be selling? Or are you guys going to continue to hold? Now, with that being said, AMC Stock Family, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
This is something that is already out of the bag in some places. So this is just going to be one more, and there'll be another and another. It's not it has to be eradicated or at least be controlled, and we're not doing that. So, David, I've got to tell you, when I read that there's one in Belgium and one in Botswana, we're going to wake up next week and find one in this country, and I'm not going to recommend anybody buy anything today until we're sure that isn't going to happen, and I can't be sure that it won't.
Right. Although it's important, Jim, to point out, and we'll hear from Meg Terrell shortly, I mean, there's very little we know at this point.
If Pfizer says they can do something, I'd love to hear from Moderna today, then I'm confident we're going to be able to lead our lives in a more, certainly not the way we'd love to be, but where we have to be more careful. But I just think that the scientists are the people I trust. And if the scientists tell me that they think they can get something, then I'm going to be with them. But I was reading Dr. Topol this morning, who is Eric Topol, who I think is the best follower on these things. And he's just basically saying, listen, this thing spreads really fast. We don't know a lot about it. We have to kind of hope for the best. And when I read that, I think to myself, well, is that really the clarion call to go out and buy the stock of a mall company? No. I mean, I can understand why Regeneron would go up. Regeneron has something. I can understand why we think that Pfizer certainly go up, but otherwise, I'm reluctant to say this is the time to go buy a retailer. Or go buy a cruise ship company, because there'll be people who are much more risk averse than you and I. Not a buy opportunity. Not a buying opportunity.